Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 20th of June 2024. So Juneteenth news roundup. US markets were closed for Juneteenth while the focus in Asia turns to New Zealand GDP and People's Bank of China loan prime rates. But there's also other news from the Far East as well. The music just stopped. Japan banking giant Norinchukin to liquidate 63 billion in treasuries and European bonds to plug massive unrealised losses. Massive sales of Norinchukin could have a sizable effect on the US bond market. Well, I wouldn't worry too much because when you read more into the article, the Fed have already got the back of this bank and are happy, from what I can gather, to print 63 billion to bail it out, even despite the fact that it's not based in the US. Anything to help, as it were. Major moment for the UK yesterday as inflation falls to 2% target after 3-year battle, so according to the headlines there. And there's the news from yesterday. CPI forecast was 2.0, came out at 2.0, which is always a curious thing when it comes out bang on the forecast. Right, let's have a look at the markets for yesterday. Fairly quiet, of course, because of the Juneteenth celebrations. So we'll kick off with the Dow and have a look, see what happened, and work our way through to the trades from the German DAX. So in the Dow, you can see how quiet it was. We've got an inside bar for yesterday. The market's still above the 5-bar moving average. Just needs to take out that 50 EMA there to move prices to the upside. The momentum has shifted to the upside there. There's also resistance at this level here too. Let me just draw that one in for you. And of course you've got yesterday's high as well, which poses a bit of a resistance there at 38. 38 at 959. So there's a couple of targets. 100 points higher. You've got this other resistance where the market came back down from as well. In the 30-minute chart, not a lot at all. You can see there yesterday afternoon, fairly quiet. Market dropped down late on in the session. Maybe news of that came out of Japan, but the market's recovered overnight. Like I say, looks like the Fed's got the Norinchukin Bank as back, so it looks like it will be a non-event, as these things generally are these days. You just print the money and pay it off, and it's all sorted for the time being, and payments can be made by future generations. Let's have a look at the DAX, and in the German DAX, market lower, and then coming back and moving higher. Now, don't take too much notice of this low because there's a problem with the data provider that I use. If you look at the 30-minute chart, it's spiked down to here, and I haven't got that on the IG index chart. Well, I don't think. Let me just double check and have a look at the other screen. No, it's a bad tick. So again, the market really quiet for yesterday, got really quiet in the evening, but overnight the market's managed to move up off the close, and now it's just trying to get through that 200 MA, which we spoke about in yesterday's market alert. And yes, you've guessed it, we have another all-time high in the S&P 500. I have no idea what's going on here. It shouldn't even be anywhere near this level, but it is. And as you can see, as we talked about yesterday, 5499.8, we're just about to hit the 5,500. It'll be interesting to see if that holds. Maybe today it'll go through and hold. But like the 40,000 on the Dow, once it hit it, the market then reversed. So it's a big psychological number for the S&P 500 there. 30-minute chart shows you very quiet for yesterday's celebrations and the US markets being closed through the high, but not quite. According to this platform, it may have done in the CME overnight on the electronic session, hit to the 5,500, but nonetheless, that's a very big psychological area for the S&P 500, so keep an eye on that level. In the UK FT 100, not much of a reaction to yesterday's inflation numbers. The market's still struggling to get above the 20-bar moving average. And in the 30-minute chart, so there's the reaction yesterday to the CPI numbers from the UK. Then the market went up and then it just traded sideways, trying to move higher at the moment overnight and above yesterday's high at the time of recording there. In the US dollar, yesterday, market down. It's the third day that the US dollar has been down, which is good for the metals, but overnight a bit of a move to the upside there. So let's see the metals market's reaction to this bit of a softer dollar. And starting off with silver, the market seems to be breaking out to the upside there, as we can see, and above the 20 bar moving average. How far it travels is obviously a big question with silver. If it's allowed to move back up to the $30 per ounce level, it's just sitting above that at the moment. Let's just have a look at the $30 level. That's there. You can see it's put it on in the last hour or so, and the market now finding a bit of resistance there. But yesterday, I can just see the market was just treading water, as you would expect, but the momentum moving to the upside there. Just going back to the daily charts, yeah, we can see that obviously the high was taken out yesterday, but we've got this resistance here as well, which is why it's probably struggling at the moment. So let me just get rid of these. 30, 24, 4, 4, and there you can see we're around that area now, so that's why the silver price is struggling a bit. Meanwhile, gold is very lackluster compared to silver's move overnight, so the market sideways, but still making rising lows in the daily chart. But in the 30-minute chart, you can see it's moved for the last couple of hours, but nothing of any great shakes. So let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And here you can see the reaction there with the acceleration to the downside in the gold-silver ratio down at 77.33. And in Shanghai, the metals have continued to move higher there with 34.21. And in the London fix for yesterday at only 29.48. So it needs a bit of catching up there for this premium that is in the Far East. And the reason there is a premium, because there is no futures markets. It's only the Shanghai market only trades the physical. So you can see how they can use the COMEX and the futures contracts to actually suppress the price there. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades and see what's happening overnight. So yesterday you can see the market's reaction to the UK CPI numbers, prices moving up, but then also declining by a good 89% before they found support. And then we get the cash market opening, where we saw a bit more of a sell-off there, and then prices rallying back. And yours truly lost 6 points on that trade, because it came back and I hadn't got out. I went to make a cup of tea, came back and saw the reaction there. So the moral of the story is don't move away. And then prices moved down, and then we followed this down to the low, and as prices found support at the low, took the profits off the table there. So 30 points there to pick up the small loss. You can see the green bar inside of the red arrow there as well, showing some buying coming in. And then the market sideways to higher. That goes to the scalp, and then slightly higher thereafter to the 200 MA, where the market finds resistance. The 200 MA is a really good average to see where the trend is, and also you've got it to the left as well. If I just bring this back, so you can see there the first signal there, it was breaking the low with lots of volume because it's bright red, and then coming back and then continuing, and you've got the averages in the right order there as well. They only change when the market starts to come back here. So the market struggling with that 200 MA, then another potential sell signal. The market then moving down, following it down, moving the stop to break even, then just watching for the market to hit the low, and then just a matter of taking the profits off the table as prices come back there. And then in the afternoon there was just the one trade where you can see prices moving lower, back down towards the low before they came back to, and then just treading water for the remainder of the session. Really, really quiet there. So overnight prices sideways. We're not far off the high. We're way above the DP and the close, and also prices above the 200, the 50 above the 200, the 20 above the 50, and the 5 above the 20 there. So in the right order there for an attack to the high, if the market wants to do that when it opens at 8 a.m. on the cash market. It's only 5:30 at the moment, so the market's has got an hour and a half yet before the futures actually open. Okay, that's it for this one. Quick roundup of yesterday's non-US trading and how the markets were impacted or not impacted in this case with regards to the UK CPI numbers. Right, that's it for this one. If there's anything to report during the day, I will let you know, but otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.